The collection is called Want. Listen, in days gone by, I kept the faith. In this American gullet, in this American bedroom, backyard, amphitheater, shed, harnessed the inclination of this once before to our mutual burning on the nation's doorstep. Like the chickadee mobbing the crow, I seek at all junctures to portray a person of stunning equanimity. It is spring, and where hope, the future, is birthed, so birthed is fear. What is this effortful motion, producing its own virtuosity, this discipline to the point of failure? What is this want between cousins, passer forms, a cant proclaiming power simply by dint of living? Back and forth above the power lines in a nation where all crossroads are holy, the crow and chickadee know absence of regard to be the true superlative loss. Listen, how wide, how deep, how much of the present is mine. Ride the crescent line all the way from New Orleans to New York City, from tit to tat, from clip to clop, from man to boy, from God to God, from cap to capital, from disaster follow hard on disaster. Gather the present, the gathering mystery. Present the facts and findings equal. Speculate on who is special. Dig the foundation deeper. Find the culprit to be redacted. Plumb and feast as flies in massacring's afterglow, and wait for a kind of solution, a understanding. I seek the animal pleasure. Today, like suckling mouth, like crusted eye, a unredeemed, a feral, an alien, a capitalist, violent with satisfaction. How much America can fit in my mouth? Boy, how much can fit in that American mouth? There is an oversimplification to be made here, but so many vibrancies upon reflection are real hungers, hollowed and purely expressed. So are you entertaining conjectures? Are you creeping murmurs? Are you pouring dark? Are you filling vessel of the deep wide universe? I am only asking because I in America have yet to meet, yet to lose the outline of ourselves in the suffering of the other. So I am only guessing till I can sit America down and get the hoary details. I am here at the cross. I am here at the burning. I fatten and grow rich. I on the blood, I on the soil. I will speak. I for you. Listen. The stirring dark stills. The night sounds of America gather. Crickets, air conditioning, ice cream trucks, combines, chainsaws, crawdads, 97 Volvos, on-hold Muzak, neon signs, bikes with playing cards and spokes, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, TikTok, Adhon, Classic FM, Classic Rock, Alex Jones, Distant Highways, Surf on Sand, Pneumatic Bus Doors, Barbecuing, Trap, Basketball, Baseball, BB Gun, Bachata, Shot, Gun, Pistol, Glock, Semi-Automatic, Kaddish, Res Car backfiring, Firecrackers, Bang Snaps, Sirens, Heavy Petting, J-Club Piper Planes, kitchen line orders, leaky faucets, 23 Range Rovers, backup generators, sirens again, pedals, whistles, pedal drum, train whale, duck call, street sweeper, dying rabbit, urban foxes, bottle breaking, doorbell, laughing, trash collecting, rollies burning, alligator, peacock, panther, rattlesnake, pavement pounded, green grass, painted, dried, opossum, coyote, coy dog, wolf, chickadee, fisher, crow. And now, the rustle, like shifting linen drag on slowly lifting hairs. And now, crackling like the tender necks and physicians' practice hands. And now, and close, and closer yet, a horse's scream, a wind-sucked fire seen in clearing between the boughs, all golden faces under molten mirror sky, an upturned deathless gaze. This is 2 poems from a series I did this winter, which, you know, who knows? We'll see. Northwest Passage. In ice, a pressure ridge will form between floes, of such grand force that ships, caught in the meeting, their seams, crushed and loose the sap from even the wholest wood. The pressure ridge drives one plane of ice atop another, lifting the sail, sinking the keel, meters and meters down. The pressure means the ice will moan and whine and pop as shoulders from their sockets disappear into the whirring sleek of the MRI's great tube, large as ambition in too small a room. See only white before your eyes. Hear the whine and click of atoms pause, then realigning, seeking out your tributaries, waiting to be split. So this one is named after a waterfall in Antarctica, which if anybody gets a chance to look up, it's very freaky. It's called Blood Falls. That guy knows what I'm talking about. Blood Falls. Down and through the left side, a discharge of numbness. Ache like lightning in the early morning, when it is most difficult to remember this passes. What is happening beneath the surface is known. Spinal compression, damaged nerves, compensation. But a thing may be known and not grasped. From a smallest fissure in the tongue of Taylor Glacier, eastern Antarctica, seeps water the color of rust, nearly devoid of oxygen. It begins far in the heart of great nothingness, and what lives there has lived for millions of years, fed on the barest things, turned its water bloody, a process of nature observed nowhere else. In reviewing my Google Docs for this evening, I realized I write a lot of things about the seasons, or I have, so these are essentially seasonal poems. New Year. White fog in white sky over deathless water. Bright eyes, birds of prey, haunting the golden cross above the train track. And I am alive. Let us count the lights across the valley. Lonely sequins remaining on a well-loved cloak. Hear the water awake beneath the land, but please, take me back to hell, the city. Dig the sinew belly from the pear of your tight pink mouth, a video played backward, and I alive. As winter's metallic taste, here in my good enough dress with my good enough mother, at her father's funeral. Vanish a little in the bar's red light, in your brown Norwegian sweater. How remarkable it is that neither of us suffer from unforgivable wrongs. Winter's back is broken, which is to say it's March, and the kitchen paint is peeling. My parents graying whistle tuneless through a kingdom always understood as temporary. Crossing the Esopus on our way to your parents, I ask, what happens to the other laid beside us when we close our eyes? And will there be more beauty when the empire collapses? A house on fire some miles distant, and from this vantage black smoke rising, twists and bellows, the bedsheet caught on laundry wire. So much clapping. You really don't have to.
Yes, we do.
Read that poem and then we'll stop clapping.
I bet you can.
I went through a period of writing in Middle English, which is the coolest thing I've ever said. And this is from that period, so let's see if I can remember how to pronounce that. Beste. Slick black twig, chartreuse bud, praising spring sky, lilac pale. Give a good heart round which to wrap me, pale blood flush, pale and soft. Give a fuller sun at noontide, furrowed dune the fuller skin. Hold we as you would a rabbit in breath before the snap the spine. Burst spring scale march cloud shot, bend of green bow, fresh and splitting. Yen yield and mouth, by which we barren, tongue thou fur shape at thy cost. I don't know if folks are familiar. This is an ekphrasis from a picture by August Sonder. It's called Young Farmers, 1914. It is from, you may know it from the Richard Powers novel, Three Farmers on the Way to a Dance. It's a relatively famous picture of three young men walking in a field. We three, twilight and the day behind, attend to springtime's business. Guile flush and peak, passing hay fields rank with houndstooth, over worn tunnels hollowing the mountain. We three dwell instead on beer and chicory tobacco, and the promise of release only yoking collars bring. And then the last seasons this is called Health Mesa, which is the 1st of August in Middle English. The dog, asleep and fitful in the yard, pink mouth slack and fur the color of budding pumpkins, cool beneath their leaves. Down the valley combines hum, culling the first alfalfa. What is already crimson purples, what is already ripened bursts. For a year and change I read nothing, learned less. Yesterday, 4 fat robins dropped from their nest in the barn foundation. All could fly but one, drowned in the long grass by evening. Okay, almost done. On Easter weekend, I traditionally try to write a poem around the idea of quo vadis, which is a phrase from an apocryphal book in the Bible about one of the saints fleeing crucifixion 30 years or so after Christ has been killed. And he comes upon a figure that looks like Jesus carrying the cross on the opposite road direction, going back into Rome. And it's like either Christ or a figure of his imagination. And it's meant to kind of guilt him into doing the right thing, which is going back and getting crucified for the faith, as you do. And the saint asks Christ, he says, quo vadis, which is where are you going? And the saint replies, into the city to be crucified again. So, rousing stuff. Okay. So I've got 3 years of these. Holy Saturday. Each year, the trees grow that much taller past the rooftops, and I will have failed to notice. Each year my fingers, red tipped now, with April chill and so blind, will bend that much farther to the left. How are you doing, you ask, when we're finished talking about your upcoming August wedding? And I answer, there are many ways to make a good life. In these middle years, time is marked as you choose it, by marriages and births, career moves, property, and hobbies. Good health favors you, and death and divorce may happen, but you're sure you are prepared. We didn't feel adult enough, you offer about your marriage, but we realized we were adults anyway. This week, I will trim my hair again, pay my rent, and buy my ticket before summer flights get too expensive. I will finally do my taxes and see about fixing my phone. I will live no other life but this one, here and now. Quo vadis, you are calling down our static line. Into the city, I am promising to be crucified again. At my grandmother's. The wind is high, and the sodden ground a shocking green. I pick up fallen branches so my father can aerate the lawn, and startle wood pigeons from the underbrush. They startle me as well. We had a cold winter, finally, first in over a decade, And as with any living thing, the waking land needs tending. Inside the house, for water, yellow light and close air. The cat, alone now, darts up the stairs. Where are you going, I should ask her, leaning on the sink. Shadow of a turkey vulture slipping blue across the grass.